Namaste. I'm Dr. Robert, and my subject today on 5-ish Minutes with Dr. Robert is Shrinathji. One of the only temples that I ever visited in Bombay with Vimalananda was the Lakshmi Narayana temple at CP Tank. And that was a temple of the Pushti Sampradaya. Vimalananda's family was a member of the Pushti Sampradaya. And he introduced me to the Pushti Sampradaya, which was created by Mahaprabhuji Vallabhacharya a little over 400 years ago. After he passed on, he had indicated to me that he hoped I would go and visit the home of the Pushti Sampradaya, which is at Nathdwara in Rajasthan, not terribly far from Udaipur. And over a period of a decade, I went there at least half a dozen times and had darshan of Shrinathji. So Shrinathji is represented as a 7-year-old boy, and his leela, his divine play, is him holding up with his left hand the Govardhan mountain to protect all of the cowherds, all of the cowgirls and cowboys from Indra, who was trying to rein them out because Krishna had told them, just worship Govardhan instead of Indra. You don't need to bother with Indra anymore. Eventually, Indra had to give up, and Govardhan started to be worshipped. And that was, of course, back at the time of Krishna Avatara. But when Vallabhacharya was on earth, the image of Shrinathji started to emerge from the Govardhan hill. And Shrinathji identified it, and worship started there, and eventually the image was taken and put into a temple and was worshipped in an ongoing way. Eventually it was threatened by the Muslims, and so it was put into an ox cart and slowly moved in the direction of Rajasthan. And they say that where the ox cart refused to move anymore is the place where the temple was now established. In any event, the temple there is one of the richest temples in India, one of the most ornate, and certainly the Pushti Sampradaya. Pushti is sometimes translated as grace, the sect of grace, but the word Pushti literally means nourishment. And the Pushti Sampradaya worship is all about taking care of Krishna as if he is a 7-year-old boy and a member of the household. And so there are different sevas, different services done. He's fed quite a bit. In fact, one of the big festivals is called the Chappan Bhoga. Chappan means 56, and Bhoga means enjoyments. And so 56 different types of sweets and savories and so on are offered to Krishna in the Chappan Bhoga. And I've been at Shrinathji. One of the images that I have particularly retained from there is going into the courtyard where the image of Shrinathji is, and having the courtyard be knee-deep in sweets and savories and all these kinds of these wonderful, extremely tasty things that are first going to be offered to Shrinathji and then passed out to everyone. So the Pushti Sampradaya, in addition to being very fond of food, is very fond of good music, all kinds of things of offering to Krishna. And Mahaprabhuji Vallabhacharya himself wrote a number of beautiful songs in Sanskrit, as did his devotees and his disciples. And one of the most famous is called the Madhura Ashtaka, the 8 verses in praise of all the different aspects of Krishna and why they are sweet. His lower lip is sweet, and it goes on like that, and the refrain is Madhuradhipater Akhilam Madhuram. The Lord of sweetness is completely and utterly sweet. Jai Shri Krishna.